Hello, good morning. Welcome to this morning's broadcast with Mr. O. Yes, you are at the right place at the right time. Thank you all for supporting this page. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe, love the page, share it to somebody, and invite others so that we can all have a good conversation. All right, and make sure the notification button is on so that anytime we go live, you can follow us as well and contribute to the conversation. Today, what are we talking about? Is very simple. We are talking about strategy and effort. Over time, we have been told, it has been passed down to us that hard work is good, right? Yes. And we've all come to believe and accept that hard work is good. And we have heard statements that hard work doesn't break the back and all that, and it is all good. Yes, hard work is good. But in the 21st century, you ask yourself, what is hard work? Hard work has been redefined. All right? Hard work has been redefined in so many areas of our life. So you have to start looking at it from a different angle, that particular statement. Okay? You have to start looking at it from a different angle. I always tell people, if you have been on this page for long, you know me, I've made this statement several times that if you are being challenged to a farting competition or a farting challenge and you have diarrhea, don't accept the challenge. Is that okay? Or that day you ate gobe, beans, don't accept the challenge. Jaffet. Because your acceptance of the challenge will bring you disgrace. You understand? Will bring you disgrace. It is not about trying to prove a point to anybody. Hard work is not about trying to prove a point to anybody. No. Hard work in the 21st century is strategy. Simple. I don't want to make it complex for anybody. Hmm? Senior, hard work in the 21st century is strategy. Simple and short. Mm-hmm. Hard work in the 21st century is strategy. And what is strategy? Strategy is when I can do this work with AI, but I still want to write. Strategy is when you can write your lesson notes using AI. And effort is you trying to still use your pen and your notebook to write it. Strategy is when you can do the application yourself. Sit down, go online, read, learn, apply, watch the videos, and do the application yourself, have your interviews, and come to the US. Effort will tell you that go and give the money to an registered agent, some scrupulous agent, for them to go and give you a fake visa. Yes, that is effort talking. But strategy will tell you that, listen, I can be smart. I am smart. I can be quick in my thinking. I can easily do this application myself, and I can get this done by my own self. You understand? That is the difference. It's very simple. It is not hard. Strategy is being able to control your class, use all the modern technologies, modern teaching strategies to control your class and have the students pay attention to you. Effort will tell you, shout, yell at them, call them names, sit down, shut up, students, hey, all of you, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, that is effort. And I've said it again on this platform that teaching in the US, teaching in general, is more of a strategy than effort. Strategy is using the tools that are available to you to make sure that you keep your students engaged. Students' engagement. That is strategy. That is 21st century hard work. Effort will tell you that keep talking. You alone talk. Do all the talking. You alone do all the work in the classroom while the students are there doing nothing. Yeah, that is effort. MFR, that is effort. But strategy tells you that in the 21st century, hard work is defined differently. So I'll use all the tools that are available to me In the 21st century, strategy tells you that the AIs are there, the tools are there. How will I make these AIs efficient to myself? How can I tailor them to my own efforts and to my own work? How will I tailor these AIs to work for me? That is strategy. But effort will tell you that, oh, condemn AI, condemn technology, condemn all the new ways of doing things, and keep doing the old things and expecting new results. That is effort. That is what effort will tell you. Effort will tell you, oh, keep doing it, it will work, keep doing it. But strategy tells you that go and learn from the best. Strategy will tell you that go to the ant and learn wisdom and acquire some wisdom. Accept it, embrace it, and come back and apply that wisdom in getting results. That is strategy. But effort tells you that, oh, hard work is good. Break your back, break your waist, break your bones. By the time you finish this work, you are in sweat. As a man, you have to sweat. So you sweat and you are happy that you are sweating. Whereas the same thing that you use 4 hours to do, strategy tells you that I can use these tools to do it in 1 hour. Yeah, strategy will keep a mechanic in Africa doing the same old things and not accepting that there are tools, there are machines that have been created for the same thing. Yeah. Your principal, your headmaster will tell you, I'm BBC, I'm born before computer. So all the technology things you guys are doing, I don't like it. I don't like the lesson note in technology. I don't like emails. I don't like this one. But effort, that's effort talking to him. Effort is telling him that hard work. You write that, then your strategy tells you that there are platforms where I can use to give students assessment. I can assess my students without sweat. Without sweat. I can sleep and wake up and I have my lesson notes, I have my assessment tools, I have everything put together for me, and all I need to do is go and deliver. That is strategy. Yeah, it is not effort. No. Effort, think about it differently. Think about it differently. Oh, yes. MFA says not all work is what? Smart. Yes. But effort will always tell you that. Effort will always tell you that. Don't work smart. Work hard. Yeah. That is effort. Effort believes in hard work. Effort believes in the traditional 15th century, 12th century, 10th century hard work, where our forefathers and our forebearers were using stones. They were breaking their back, breaking their hands, and building. Yeah, that was effort. That was hard work. That definition of hard work has stuck with a lot of us. So even when we travel, even when we leave our home countries to other countries, we still have that concept in our mind. I need to work in McDonald's. I need to work in the factory to make sure that, yeah, I am making it. No. Whereas you can sit down 1 month, learn all the AIs, and use the AIs to make your life easy. And you can even be generating money out of the AIs. Learn the AIs. There are so many AIs that are out there now for everything you can do. Whether you are a teacher, whether you are a nurse, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a lawyer. Look, even now, all the law archives are being digitized. So you can, by a click of a mouse, you can have all the old cases on your desktop. Print it, analyze it, go to court, defend your case, and win. So you have young ones that have not even gone to any law school, but I mean, there is a case of this Nigerian, Kenyan man, right, who was not a lawyer, but he has won over 20 cases. In fact, when he was arrested and sent to court, he stood there, defended himself, and won the case. But he didn't sit in any law school. He just sat down and read and learned and used common sense. That is strategy. Yeah. Prince, hustlers mentality. That is all we carried with. And you see, I'm not condemning it, but I'm saying that in the 21st century and where the world is moving, how fast the world is being paced, you cannot afford to have that mentality of hard work. It will not work for you. The 15th century mentality of hard work will not work in the 21st century work space. So that is what we should understand. Everything is not about using your physical strength. No. I've met some very successful people who have not even lifted 20 kilograms of weight, but they are very successful because they use all the strategies available to them. When these strategies opened in the 21st century, the beginning of the 21st century, we were still stuck in the 15th, 10th century way of work. Our minds were still programmed to that era. We did not change the way we think. We still accepted the old way. We were still farming the same way. So you have farmers in Africa who still don't believe in innovation. Our fathers did not believe in irrigation. They still depended on the rain-fed, agriculture, ways of doing things. Oh, it will rain. So when the rainy season comes, we plant and we wait for it to grow. No. In this 21st century, even when the rain is not coming, we inject nitrogen or whatever into the clouds and it will produce rain. Yes, other countries are doing it. They are creating their own rain. They are creating their own snow. They are creating their own sunshine. You understand? You don't need to plant for 30 months, 15 months to harvest just one crop. That is effort. Any farmer in Africa in today's century who is still trying to do the ways of our forefathers will take a long time for him or her to succeed. Yes. There are things I know. I mean, people want to, as for us, this is how we do it. You have to bend and do it and use the hoe and the cutlass to do this. They don't even believe in weedicide. They don't even believe in modern agriculture technologies, using agro-tech to do anything. No, they don't even believe in using drone to monitor your crops. Yes. Agriculture has revolutionized long ago. When these people were growing food and sending to us, ask yourself, where were they getting the food? Because their weather does not support a normal agriculture season or ways of doing things. No, their weather does not do that. For half of the year, most parts of America, they are in snow. So the only little time they get sunshine is the summertime. But at the end of the day, go and look at their farms. They don't farm, they don't do 1 acre, 2 acre farms. The farm sizes that you see in America here, if you drive, especially if you drive in places like Texas, you can see farms that stretch like a whole village, a whole town, like a whole city. Yes, that is one person's farm. Take your village or take your town where you are now. That is the one person's farm. 50 acres, 30 acres. And you think if they were still using the 18th, then the 15th century, 10th century way of agriculture, you think they can achieve that? No, they cannot. There were days that I went to farms in Florida. Those days, look, I drove more than 40 minutes stretch, and we're just in farms. Yes, we were just in farms. We were just driving, and you could see if it's grain, it's grain. If it is maize, it's maize. It stretches. And there are some that they have animals. Look, my father did farm. My father was a farmer. He did crops. He did animals. So we had goat, we had sheep, we had even duck. Yeah, those is when I was growing up. We were not eating chicken much. We were eating duck egg. It was big. Double. Some people will say doko. My father farmed. My father his farm was big. He had cocoa. and he was doing what we call subsistence farming to feed. But the cocoa was for sales, right? But whatever he did was to feed the family. He had maize, so there was a maize season, there was a cassava season, there was so many. I mean, pepper, anything you can think of. We had our palm kernels. We were not necessarily buying those things. You can just go plug it out and come and cook. He had oranges. That was what I grew up knowing. But I asked myself, for how long will I go and bend and go and weed and go and make sure that there is no weed coming under the maize and everything throughout the year? My back, no, my waist. These days, our waist is becoming, precious to us. If my father had moved, or if somebody had helped him or introduced him to technology at that time, I think my father would have been one of the richest farmers in Ghana before he died. Because the man was diligent in his work. He goes to farm in the morning, he comes back in the evening. And if you see his crops, if you see the harvest, you know that, yeah, this is some work, time has been put into this thing. You appreciate it. You understand? But that was then. My father was born in 1909. My father died in 1997. So you can imagine. Those days, he lived all the centuries. He lived. He's seen it all. He lived in the when the British came and all those era. He lived. He saw it all. He did everything. But at the end of the day, that connection, we lost it when the Industrial Revolution started back in the Europes and in the Americas. We were still left behind. Even in our curriculum, even in our teaching, we were left behind. So we cannot transition our students, we cannot transition our people from that mindset to the new era mindset. And we were stuck there. Guys, it's time we wake up. There are things you can do by strategy. You don't need to put a lot of effort. No, you don't need to. No. You don't need to. No, you don't need to. You understand? There is Starlink, and you want to be stuck with MTN and be struggling. How can I get internet? Then you are holding your phone, roaming about. No. Going to Starlink is strategy. Because if I have Starlink, I'll be able to do this work and do this within this time. But without that internet access, I cannot. I have to wait. So think about it. When we were growing up, we thought if you have AC in your house, it was a big deal. Even those who had fan in their rooms, it was a big deal. But it was strategy. When I gave birth, when I married and I said, listen, this is what I'm going to do. Before my daughter came home, I had fixed AC and everything. I said, no. I'm not going to sit in this heat. I've endured it as a father. No. My children are not going to do that. And the strategy was, you see, if kids are feeling hot, they will cry. And the whole night, you yourself, you will not sleep. So the strategy was simple. Make sure you have a good temperature in the room. Give him or her a small breast milk. Your night is good. You are sleeping, they are sleeping, everybody is sleeping. Happy ending. Simple. But no, people will not understand. Hey, AC is not good for children. Hey. But even the hospitals that they were giving birth to, there were ACs there. Yeah. Some of us, we had certain sicknesses because we didn't have certain conditions that we slept in. That was effort. But strategy will tell you that, listen, look, money is good. Money is strategy. Yes, money is strategy. So think differently about how the world is revolving or evolving so that you can position yourself at the right place. Let me take some few messages and I'll be out of here and I'll be out of your way. All right. Thank you so much for engaging with me. Let me see. MFA says now we need to move towards working smart. Yes. Prince says hard work lets you grow older than your age. That is very true. That is very true. Yeah. Good morning. Aram says they will tell you you don't know anything because you are using AI. No. Using the use of AI is strategy. It is being smart. You need smart people to use AI. I'm telling you, you need smart people to even use smartphone. Trust me. If you are dumb, you can never use any of these tools, AI tools that we are talking about. You cannot. If you give AI to a dumb person, he cannot even, he doesn't even know how to operate. He doesn't even know where to put the command. He doesn't even know how to, modify the outputs. Using AI is about being smart. You need to be smart to use AI. Yes. If I say smart, I'm not saying you should be Einstein. No. Thank you, Yaya. As Jaffa says, in my country, a strategic person is considered a too known or a threat to leadership. It's rather unfortunate. And that is why I use the case of my father, who was a farmer, and my mother was a trader. If my mother had us, if we were living in the era where my mother was still selling kinky, I wouldn't have, my mother wouldn't have carried kinky on her head and be roaming about. No, I'll create an Instagram account for her. You people come to the house and buy the kinky. We do proper product photography. Take good pictures. You think all the pictures you see online, they are the real thing. No, some of them, they put small oil on it, put small water on it, let it sweat, let it look like it's fresh. Yes, they call it product photography. Go and learn about it. It's a good area. You can also make money. That is strategy. Photography has evolved. Sales has evolved. My mother would have had Instagram account, Facebook account, YouTube account, and I'll be promoting her kinky selling with fish, with good pepper. You understand? My mother wouldn't have woken up at 4 a.m., grinded the pepper. She would grind the pepper, all her arms. The hand would be burning her. Sit behind that fire, cook the kinky, carried it hot in the morning in an aluminum pan, go and roam about and sell. No, she would have sat down in the house after cooking, after making all the good food. Then all we need to do is market it for her. Marketing would have been different from my mom. She would have lived even longer. She would have made more money because we would have reached a lot of people instead of the small community that she was selling. That is strategy. So it's not about too known. But when the Industrial Revolution came, we were still stuck in the old ways. How we came and met those who were doing it, and we got stuck with it. It's unfortunate. We need to adjust and embrace realistic ways of doing things. Yes, it's very true. Yeah. Isaiah says, this is needed discussion. Thank you for enlightening us. Thank you also for engaging. Isaiah, I appreciate it so much, sir. Yeah, I say up to now we are left behind. Isaiah, strategy is why the US is who they are today. Yes. You see, if you look at the new president, he's not fighting, he's not doing. There were a few times he does a little, skirmishes, but there were so many times. If you look at him now, they just talk. They just make the statement. I'm putting tariff on you. I'm putting tariff on your imports. Then everybody is running. Look at just tariff. Look at how the stock market is going up and down. Look at how everybody is running hercas. Everybody is running all over the place, like chicken without head. Everyone is just running with a little, I'm putting tariff on you. Then when they said, okay, secure your borders, we are putting tariff on you. All hell will break loose right now. It is more of a business strategy. Yes, it will hurt. But to a larger extent, they know what they are doing, right? Yes. That is why they are who they are today. Europe, that is why. It is not about effort. When they left the colonial master, when we sacked them, what did they do? They changed the strategy. It wasn't effort. They said, no, these people, don't let us go to them. Don't let us enslave them. But let's enslave them psychologically. Let's enslave them with a different strategy. Now they will not come physically arresting you. And no, they will find ways and means to do the same thing in a different. That is strategy. So what is our strategy as Africa? How do we respond? How do we respond to that strategy? You can also use it to your own benefit. You understand? Yeah, it is what it is. Yes, a happy ending. Yes, happy ending. Senior, it says effort is free. Strategy comes with cost. Black man likes the free. You get it? You know, I know, right? Effort is free because that one he doesn't need to pay. He doesn't need to put any cost into it. So he will break his back just to get one thing achieved. Whereas strategy is putting in the money today and enjoying forever. Whatever investment I make, strategic investment I make today, I'll be enjoying forever. But no, we don't like that. We like the free one. So in the immediate, we enjoy the free. But in the long end, the long term, in the long term, we will pay for that free. Because we refused to be what? We refuse to be strategic, right? Yes, we refuse to be strategic. Yes, I agree with that. It's in their condition, life will be better. Yes. Good morning, Dogwe. Yes, is our parents endure. But you see, this generation, they won't endure that hardship. No. You see, I'm not, that is why I'm saying the endurance of hardship has to be strategic. You know, the hardship has to be redefined. What is hard work? What is hard work in the 21st century? It must be redefined. That is what I'm talking about. Enduring pain is part of life. Yes, you must endure a little pain because pain is part of growth. Pain is part of life. If you want to make it, you will go through some pain, some amount of pain. But ask yourself, in the 21st century, what kind of pains must you endure? You understand? It is not physical pain. No. In the 21st century, you shouldn't be knocking students' head. You shouldn't be shouting on them. No. You lose the battle. You lose the battle in the classroom. No, that is not it. Education has been changed, has been changed. The curriculums have evolved, but we are still stuck with the same old way of doing things. The same way of assessing our students, the same way of assessing ourselves, the same way of doing, new things. But yet, we expect different results. Is that about it? We expect different results. It is madness to be doing the same thing and expect different outputs or outcomes. Also says it was because of the colonialism, the negative impact has been too much. Just imagine the youthful ones taken out of your country for a long time. Also, I agree with you. That is why I am saying that. Let us rethink. Let us rethink it. Let us start thinking about hard work differently in the 21st century. You understand? Don't let us be stuck in that past of the slave master took us and the slave master took our young lives and whatever. No. Yes, they did. But now, what is the strategy? How do we use that to our benefit? Most of our people came here to learn. What did they learn? They came here to study. Did they study the way of doing things? Did they study their timeliness to things? Did they study their eye for details? Did they pick? What did they pick from these places when they came? Most of us have traveled, but if we all go back, trust me, all the teachers that have come to America, if we are all to go back today to our home countries, some will still succeed, some will still struggle. You know why? Because they came here to watch. They just came to look at cars. They just came to live there. They didn't even learn anything from the system. Can you imagine? So that is what I'm talking about. They took us, yes, but what can we learn from the same thing that they did to us? How do we change that thought process? Yes, it is a new way out. You have to be strategic. Trust me. You have no reason not to be strategic. You have no reason not to be strategic. All right? It's very simple. And I hope I made it very simple. Let us continue the conversations. Let's do the comparison. What do you think, in your opinion, that you are doing now that is more of effort? What do you think you must do to be strategic in the 21st century? What is strategy for you? What does it mean? What does strategy mean to you in the 21st century? What does hard work means for you in the 21st century? Do you need efforts, or we need being strategic and smart? Do you need to use AI to do that thing, or you think as for me, I know how to do it? This is how my mother did it. This is how my mother has been cooking since 1844. So this is what we will do. No. I know people who, when the era of cooking with like rice cooker came, they said they will never use rice cooker. It is demonic. I know people who said, oh, as for TV is very demonic. But some of those same people are now on YouTube, they are on Facebook, they are on TikTok, they are on Thread, they are on everywhere. They are everywhere. The same people who condemn technology, they demonized technology. They are the same people utilizing it today more than any other person. Yes, because they saw that was strategy. It wasn't effort. I've given you 2 case studies. My dad was a farmer. My mom was a trader. They were all entrepreneurs. They all had their share of hardship per their time. If I were to go back to farming today, no, I'll do better. No. Look, if I were to go back to farming today like my dad, I'll do much, much better. If I want to come back to Ghana and sell kenkey today as my mother, I will be much more efficient in my sales and in my kenkey business than my mom did. Because in this era, I have so many tools. Sometimes I don't even need to own the kenkey pot. I don't need to even own, in the new era, in being strategic, I don't need to own the pot that I will use to cook the kenkey. I don't need to own anything. Even the gas stove or the fire. My mother was using firewood, and they put 3 clays together. They create a stove of their own, a fireplace. Put a firewood in it and cook. No. I don't even need to own any of that. I don't even need to own a kitchen. All I needed was a tech tool. I can hire somebody to do the cooking. I can hire, and I will control the product, everything from the start to the finish. You see, that is being efficient. That is being smart. That is being strategic. In the 21st century, I don't need to even carry that thing on my head to go and sell. No. Everyone is selling kenkey, but in the 21st century, I can still sell the kenkey and make more money than other people. It is all about being strategic. I mean, branding. You don't know what we call branding? Branding is strategy. It is not about being No, it's not about being, anything. Branding. If you talk about branding, we'll talk about branding another time. Branding is being strategic. It is not about effort. Effort is pushing your product even in the dark. You want people, because my mother will sell from morning till evening. The same thing. And that is what she used to take care of us. But trust me, when I sit down and I look back, I say, whoa, this woman would have been a billionaire if we had the tools or if we knew the things we know now. Come on. We'll just be promoting the kenkey. All the children in the house, everybody, you promote. You become advertisers. Nobody will sleep because everybody ate that kenkey and fish. And the fish was always crisp. The fish was, and the pepper was different. That was how she sold more kenkey more than anybody, because her pepper was different. She wasn't putting cube and all those things. She was doing authentic pepper. But trust me, by the time this woman will finish grinding the pepper and doing all the onions and doing all those, I'm like, oh my goodness, then she'll be tired. No, I don't want that. There is blender. You see that? So when the era of blender came, those who were grinding pepper on stone never transitioned. Those who were grinding pepper in the earthenware bowl, the black one, they never transitioned. A lot of people say, oh, if you use blender, it is not nice. Yeah, that was the mindset. Because they believe more in the effort, the hard work. So that by the time they finish, their body, they are breathing. Hey, yes, it was cardio. It's good. Yes, cardio work was good those days. But trust me, not everybody needs that in the 21st century. So rethink. I'll leave you here. Let's talk again another time. All right? You see me again. Don't worry. I know people have been asking me, say, oh, where are you? Don't worry, I'm here. We'll definitely be having some of these conversations. And let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Share this video to somebody, like the page, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right? Make sure you subscribe and make sure your notification button is on so that anytime we start a conversation, you could be part of it and you could enjoy and contribute to it. Thank you all. I appreciate everyone that engaged with me this morning. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.